Good morning, traders. It is Friday, and a little after 6 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, California time. I have taken a long position here. Going to readjust the stop. I'll be back. Unfortunately, on this particular trade, I've had to set a fairly large stop here. I'm about 1-to-1 here on the exit and the stop. But it's all a matter of knowing the code. This trade was called out in advance in my charting service before it would ever even happen. And it's really moving too, so I expect it to hit the 40-tick exit pretty easily and pretty quickly as well. Won't take very long. It's going to shoot up and go higher, and I don't think it's going to take a long time. Anyway, I'll be back to show you the progression and of course the outcome of this trade. By the way, the reason why I am able to call out in advance these trades in advance in my charting service, well in advance before they ever even happen, is because all financial markets, including oil, are controlled in price and direction by a computer program and do not trade. They are not going up and down through the dynamics of buying and selling. They are going up and down because a computer is controlling them to do so, all in advance. I broke the code to that computer 10 years ago in the year 2006. I have since moved from the USA after being gang-stalked for over 3 years for blowing the whistle on this truth. The USA government and those involved with the government want to stop me from teaching people this and told me that I must stop. I got offended by that and told them I wasn't going to stop. And they said, we can force you to stop. And they started gang-stalking me for over 3 years to get me to stop until I finally moved from the United States. Now they no longer can bother me anymore. All they can do is slander me. But I want the world to know and understand that all financial markets in the world are being controlled by a computer and absolutely positively do not trade. Can you make money from this? Of course. But it's also important to know the truth. But just so all of you Americans know, if you blow the whistle in the United States, you will be persecuted, slandered, gang-stalked, and your life will become a miserable hellhole for having the nerve to speak the truth in the United States. Just so all of you know. And by the way, the people who gang-stalked me for over 3 years, they told me that if I tell anybody that they are gang-stalking me, that they would make things far worse for me. And they said, if you tell anybody who we are, we will make things far worse for you. So now I'm gonna tell who they are. They are the Freemasons. They are the ones who gang-stalk me. They are the ones who put all markets under the control of a computer program. So here's my message to you Freemasons who follow me and listen to everything I do and say. You have failed in shutting me up. And you will continue to fail to shut me up, and you cannot shut me up. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what you think, you cannot shut me up. And in person, you wouldn't even have a remote fraction of a chance of shutting me up. And you know that to be true. But I am now giving testimony, my own testimony, that the Freemasons have gang-stalked me for over 3 long years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and slandered me for 6 years now. Or, wait a second, about, let's say 5 years, they have been slandering me, non-stop. Calling me every name in the book, trying to make me look like I'm crazy, and saying the most nasty and foul things one human being can say against another, all to try and discredit me. And it has failed. It has 100% failed. So I'm just letting you all know. You can believe what you want to believe. I'm just simply speaking the truth and letting you know. The Freemasons are the enemy of all good people everywhere all over the world. They are Lucifer worshippers. And they are pedophiles by their very natures. And they are sissies beyond measure, cowards by their very natures. Not one of them is a man. Not one single solitary one of them anywhere on planet Earth is a man. They are just the exact opposite of men. They are faggots, homos, and pedophiles. The ultimate sissy boys. And in my opinion, they should all be killed. And if I had the power, I would in fact kill them. And their men are all homos, and their women are all lesbians by their very natures. They hate family. They hate marriage. They hate anything and everything that is good. They hate God. They hate Christ. They hate everything that is good. They are the divorce lawyers, the pornography bringers, the pedophiles. They are the ultimate scum of planet Earth, running all of Hollywood, running every corporation in the United States, owning all of the media, owning all of the newspapers, all of the radio stations. They are the ultimate scum of the world. And these people are the ones who have put all the financial markets under the control of a computer program. The FBI, Secret Service, they all know about it. They all are complicit in it. And they are complicit in a lot more things than that. They're complicit in these people doing pedophilia all over the country. Of them taking children every year and killing them. And they know all about it. And they help them to do it. And the funny thing is these people think they can get me to shut my mouth. When in reality, I could shut all of their mouths faster than they could count to 3 in person. 100% guaranteed. Here is an email from one of these scumbags that came in August 24th, 2015. And this guy writes me an email. Here's a picture of the email, and the subject matter is Freemason Jews. And this is from Twinkle Toes to support at Oil Trading Academy. And he says to me, "We are watching your every move, as is the FBI and SEC. Enjoy prison." I went into the code to see what his IP address is, which is right there. And then I looked up his IP address at an IP address locator that says IP address. He is coming from the United States, coming from Maryland. And if you look up where this is in Maryland, you'll see that it's right smack next to Washington, D.C., a suburb of Washington, D.C. These people, these Washington, D.C. politicians, they're all in on it. That's the Freemason capital of the world, Washington, D.C. And they think that they think because they have all this power that they can just force people to do whatever it is they want to do. They're nutcases. They're absolute 100% first-class whopping nutcases is all they are. They're punks. You gotta understand, to me, they are nothing but first-class punks. I 100% guarantee you I could beat every one of them up with the greatest of ease in person. These people cannot force me to do anything. They cannot gang stalk me. They cannot extort me. They cannot get me to shut up. And all the slander in the world isn't going to stop it. But they think that they can. And now I'm here to prove that they have failed and that they cannot. And that they have failed miserably. Here's a review. Here's all the reviews. Let's go to the home page here. Here's all the reviews. And I now take pictures of everybody's email that comes in so I can prove that they're all real. And look what this guy says. I have viewed most of your videos, many of them multiple times. And he says, I wish to join you in spirit, expose these who want to kill, steal, deceive, and destroy all decency. Second, to wake up the complacent welfare state mentality, mind control Americans, world citizens, and expose the arrogant elite class willing to scam, lie, steal, and concoct every evil perversion, including this computer program scam discovery that you and your code-breaking genius gift has unveiled. It should be enough to indict, convict, and put in prison by the thousands. They are criminals. There should be outrage. I 100% agree. There should be outrage at what these people have done and what they are doing, and the illusion that they are putting on about everything under the sun on a quantum level. I'll tell you, I am pissed off at having been gang stalked. Nobody gang stalks me. You cannot begin to imagine what they did to me. It would boggle your mind. I'm talking to all of you men out there. Get ready. Because they're gonna come for you, just like they came for me. Only in a different way. So you better get yourself ready. I moved. That was my decision, to get away from these first-class freaks. And the FBI, they're all a part of it. They're all scum. Criminals. The FBI are criminals. Nothing more. I won't have anything to do with that freak show ever again. And I am here to teach the world my discovery in 2006 that all financial markets everywhere, all over the world, China, Japanese, everywhere, are being controlled in advance by a computer program. I broke that computer code in 2006. Don't let anybody on this planet fool you otherwise. The people who slander me are the same people who gang stalked me. These Freemasons have killed Bill Cooper for teaching about them, killed Phil Schneider for teaching about the underground military bases, the DUMBs, the deep underground military bases that exist all over the United States, and what's down there. And they've killed many other people who come out and blow the whistle. And I asked them, I said, well, what's next? You're going to come and kill me now? And he wrote back to me and said, no, you're safe until the time of the cleansing. See, the Freemasons know about the cleansing coming. It's most everyone else that doesn't know. But there is a cleansing coming. That's what the Freemason FEMA camps are for. That's what the Freemason coffins are for. That's what the guillotines at the military bases are for. It's time to wake up. One of these Freemasons recently wrote to me, and he said to me, "You're all done." Huh? I'm here to testify that I am not all done. In fact, I am just getting started. By the way, for those of you who are wondering about me, since I have moved here to Bangkok, Thailand, in October of 2015, my life has taken on a whole different dimension. I mean, every day now is very peaceful for me. No longer gang stalked anymore. Every day is just very peaceful. People are very, very friendly. My life has improved 1,000-fold. But every day that I had to suffer in the USA, I was being gang stalked on a level that few of you could ever begin to imagine. And I know this comes from the government. They must have paid millions of dollars to have this done. To have 50 people gang stalking me at all times and putting on street theater everywhere I would go and telling people everywhere I would go that I'm a child molester. To every store I would go to and then go tell them this. I mean, can't imagine the evil that comes from these people, and they are Freemasons. Make no mistake about that. And every time I would say something about them, they listened to everything I say, and every time I would say something about them, they would come and make it much harder on me while I was there. And yet I kept saying it. Now I'm in a place where they can no longer touch me anymore. They can't get any of these Asians around here to gang stalk me, because these Asians don't belong to them. And these people who would do the gang stalking, pure 100% evil. Evil human beings. Every last one of them. So this is a warning to you Americans. There is no free speech in the United States. If you blow a whistle about something that's going on, of some corrupt nature, you will be targeted. And if necessary, you will be killed. They had to kill Bill Cooper because he was becoming too popular and teaching about the 33rd degree Freemasons. And they had to kill Phil Schneider because he was going around the country and telling people that he had been hired by the government to build the deep underground military bases and what he found underneath in those bases and what they were planning on using them for. And he quit, and he went around the country to start telling people, and they had to kill him. Wrapped tubes around his neck and killed him. They've been doing that to a lot of people. Anybody who dares speaks out against them. And the irony to all of this is that these people are the ultimate sissy boys. Not one of them is a man. Not one. There are no men among these people. They are sissies beyond measure. In real life, they cannot fight. They do not know how to fight. And they will not fight. The only thing they will do is lie, manipulate, deceive, and pay people money to go out and do things for them. That's the only thing they know. Because not one of them can fight. By the way, we can type in CNN here. Actually, let's go to CNBC. Go to CNBC. And we will go to the oil market. And you see that CNBC is saying the current price of oil is $43.86. It was just down here at $43.86 right there. And now it hasn't updated yet, and it's a little bit higher. So you can see from CNBC that oil is the same price as what CNBC is saying, proving that this is not any type of replay as the Freemasons want to say that it is. Of course, they'll say anything to try and discredit it. To try and discredit me, and to try and discredit the fact that everything is controlled by a computer, because they don't want people to know that information. Now let's go to the world clock. The world clock shows that the time in Los Angeles is 6:53 a.m. The time here in Bangkok is 20:53. That's 8:53 p.m. And Los Angeles is 6:53 a.m. on Friday. 6:53, that's also what the clock says as well. 6:53 a.m. because I have my clock set to Los Angeles time. This proves that this is not any sort of a replay. And it proves that these people who want to slander me and discredit me are nothing but liars. Why do they lie? Why do they care? That's a very deep question with a very deep answer. The short answer to it is they hate everything that is good and love everything that is evil. They actually go out and do everything that they can to deceive people so that they lose their money. Everywhere you go. Jim Cramer, for instance, he's one of them. And he does everything he can to deceive people. Mark Faber, he's one of them. He does everything he can to deceive people. Keep telling people the market's going to crash. The market's going to crash. For 30-something years, he's been telling people that. And all the market's ever done is gone up, 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 and up. I mean, he's the worst. He's the worst, analyst or trader in world history. And yet, why do they give him time? Why do they give Mark Faber time on air? Because they want to be able to fool people, and he wants to be able to fool people. He knows the market's kept going up. He knows that he's wrong. He knows he's been wrong for 30 years. And he still says it over and over and over again. They do everything they can to take people's money from them. And their book, their holy book, the Talmud, tells them to do exactly that. To take people's money from them. When they do that, then they're doing good according to their God. Their God is Lucifer. And these are the people who are controlling the United States. And these are the people who have started FEMA and all of the FEMA camps all over the United States. All the FEMA coffins and all the guillotines that the military is being trained to use on the military bases. And by the way, just so you know, in case you haven't heard yet, truckers all over the country have been coming forward and saying that they are carrying martial law signs to the military bases. And truckers are coming forward saying, why are we doing this? What are these signs for? It's all coming, folks. I have a duty and obligation to warn you. And I am doing that now. By the way, you'll notice how this thing keeps going up and down, but I am just sitting here holding it for the exit. And the reason for that is because the computer is indicating that it's going to go up. There's no reason to exit. And it doesn't just say that it's going to go up, but it should hit the 40 ticks with very little difficulty, just like it did yesterday. Okay, this trade is getting relatively close to the exit here. You can see how, it went down and it went up and it went down and up and it went up and then it went all the way down. And yet, through the whole entire thing, I just held on to it because I knew that it would go up, and I know that it will go up to here and hit the exit. And there's a reason for that, because it's controlled by a computer. As simple as that. I mean, if this wasn't controlled by a computer, there would be absolutely no way to know something like that. Absolutely no way. And in fact, it just would be an absurdity to even suggest that you could know where it's going to go. It's not possible in real trading, because in real trading it can do anything, and there's no way to know. And in real trading it changes, and dynamically it could do anything from 1 minute to the next. So the only reason why I know is because it's controlled by a computer. And I track the code 2 every day in my charting service and call out these trades in advance. And I have a lot of people signed up to my charting paying me $300 a month to make these calls, because people are making money through my charting service. Now you can learn to track the code yourself. I teach how to do it in my courses. But a lot of people just like to rely on my expertise so that they don't make a mistake and that they can make money from it. Almost there. A few ticks to go here. Okay, the trade has made it to the exit, so I'm all done for today. And let's see, according to my iPhone, it is 10:06 p.m. here in Bangkok, Thailand, Friday night. And I've got to get going. I hope all of you charting members nailed the trade. You should have been able to do so very, very easily again today. I hope that you code traders out there, especially you code 2 traders out there, are tracking the code and that you are doing well. If you are not, then I suggest you join my charting service and at least learn how to do it, through some experience, and or just keep paying me to track it for you. And I hope all of you code traders out there, code 1 traders, are also doing well. I also show the code 1 every day in my charting service. And I hope all of you other traders out there that do not yet know the code are being inspired by these videos so that you can see for yourself that all of this is real, and that there is no hocus pocus taking place here. I am showing the world clock. I am showing the price on CNBC. You can see it's not any type of a market replay or anything like that. All of the financial markets everywhere, all over the world, are being controlled in advance by a computer program. If you want to make money trading, then certainly you want to learn how that computer works. That's what I teach in my code courses. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I will wish you a great weekend. Hope all of you traders are doing well. I will see you next week. Happy trading.